Alright, in the last video I showed you guys how to use the replace command to fill this thing with water and also to change this edge here. This time around I'm going to show you how to go ahead and make a natural lake. How's that sound? There's a really easy way to do this with the iCraft software. It'll produce a result that's not quite as pretty as this. I mean, this is just the perfect square, but this looks a bit more natural. Now this one works a little bit different than the BLB and the replace and the BHB. You don't set two bricks at opposite corners because it's going to figure out what the lake should look like underground. So we set them above ground level. So we'll set a brick there, and then we'll come over here. I'm going to make this a big lake, and we're going to set that brick there. Now those are the opposite corners of our lake. At the top on the surface. It's going to make these changes below. If I were to have knocked out bricks out of the ground, the lake would be one brick low. So we do /lake, pretty simple stuff, and it cuts out a perfectly rectangular lake. You can go knock out the bricks that you used. I mean, you could have bound those to air and you wouldn't have done that. But now it's made this rather deep lake. The way it does it, it's just like the hill algorithm, except it's upside down. I've taught you guys hill yet, but we'll get to that in a second. So it's pretty neat. I don't like to use this too much because I do a lot of my building underground, and having this thing make these really deep holes can be bad, especially when it fills them with water, because if you have something underground and you do a lake command and this happens to touch it, you will flood your underground structure completely, unless you're using a finite water. But yeah, I don't like that stuff. So so that's how you do that. I mentioned the hill command. Now let's go ahead and try that one out. Same thing. We're going to set two bricks at ground level. You can set these below ground level. It'll just make the structure a little bit less tall. And then we do /hill. And there we go. Sorry. And that makes a nice grassy hill. It's like I said, roughly the same way the lakes are structured in terms of how it's generated. Obviously, this isn't as tall. I didn't spread out the pieces as much, but it can be convenient, especially if you're trying to make something look natural and it's a big flat area like this. This can really help. There's also another command that's similar. I'll go ahead and this is approximately the same size as the hill. It's /mountain. Mountain is one of those, I forgot about this. It wants a type, a brick type. So I'm going to say /mountain. We'll go ahead and go with how about stone, and then it's going to make a mountain of whatever you specify. In this case, stone. Mountains are a little bit different. They're much steeper. They go a little bit taller. This one doesn't go too much taller because it wasn't that big to begin with. If I were to have made this, sorry about that, my phone's going off here. If I were to have made this any wider, this could have gotten quite a bit taller very quickly. There's a few more. Boy, my phone's just going crazy. I see they're changing the weather. Okay. Well, anyway, if I set a brick there, once again on the surface, and then I set a brick here, it's going to be roughly the same size as my hill and my mountain. This one's going to go down again. We're going to do hole, and this, I believe it's the same algorithm that makes the lake, and probably the same one that makes the hill, just upside down again. It's like the lake, except it doesn't fill it in with water. So if you're going to make a lake and you really just want to generate one, what I recommend you do is use the hole command, and then if you see, sure enough, it doesn't hit anything, it's not going to flood anything, then go ahead and bind something to water and set it at the top and let it fill it up for you. That seems like the way to go, I think. Speaking of dangerous commands to use that can flood things, here's one you really want to avoid, in my opinion. I see it has uses. I have used it in one of my worlds. You know what? Same deal. I keep forgetting about this. You're going to set your bricks at the top, I'm actually going to offset it by 1 because I think this one is going to eat a hole under it. I don't want to fill that up. Oop, see, now I've ruined it. Okay, anyway, I've set my corner blocks. We're going to do /pit. This is like hole, it's like lake, except it makes a pit of lava. So, it is pretty deep, like the other ones. If you go in here, you can't really see very much, but it's roughly the same as that hole there. I think the dimensions are the same, so it should be... Yeah, it looks like it is in fact the same algorithm as hole, so the same one as lake probably. Oh, well anyway, this would be just awful if you were to do this and have it flood something with lava, because you can't sponge up lava. The best way to get rid of lava if it does flood something is with the replace command. So just like put 2 blocks that encompass your entire structure underground and replace. Well anyway, I don't want to keep going on too much with this because this video is going to get pretty long, so thanks for watching.